Collaborative law is different from mediation. Collaborative law is basically where each party has his or her own attorney, but both the husband and the wife and their respective attorneys are all meeting in the same room and trying to do what's called interest-based decision making. In mediation, typically what you have is each party, husband has his attorney, wife has his attorney, and then you're in separate rooms and the mediator goes back and forth. In collaborative law, you sign a contract at the beginning stating that you agree that you're not going to go to court, and you have a series of meetings based on agendas such as custody, spousal support, child support, division of property, and you voluntarily produce documents, and then you end up with a written agreement. Collaborative law saves you money because you don't have to pay an attorney to do formal discovery. I think that's the biggest monetary savings. You voluntarily agree in collaborative law to put together settlement notebooks, and the notebooks have a list of all the documents you need: tax returns, deeds, financial statements. You come to a meeting and you assemble the notebooks, and you don't have to pay a lawyer to send a written request to the other party and then have that party assemble the request. Also, collaborative law, I think, really saves you money because you have all four parties in the same room talking, and you can talk back and forth by email. Generally speaking, when you have settlement conferences or attorneys are going back and forth trying to settle, then the attorney will talk to that attorney by telephone or email or letter, and then that attorney has to read the letter, and then that attorney has to go back to the spouse. In collaborative law, you're all going to try and communicate as much as you can to settle each of the issues. The ideal candidate for collaborative divorce, in my opinion, are a husband and wife who have mutually decided that it is time to divorce. I like to talk about how divorces are the most amicable if both parties are on the same page. Now, typically what you see is one spouse is out the door a little bit more than the other spouse, and so I always advise that spouse to do some things to get everybody on the same playing field. But when both parties have gone through some emotions and made a decision, perhaps they've had marriage counseling, when they're both on the same page, then I think they are excellent candidates for collaborative law in settling their divorce issues. However, you don't always have to be on the same page to do collaborative law. So there are some people who will come to me and I'll suggest that we tell the other side about collaborative law, and then that party will go and talk to a collaborative attorney and we'll touch base and see whether or not they can settle their matters amicably.